Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for coming on Friday. Prabhu, ये echo बहुत हो रहा है. Can you fix the echo?
Reduce कर दो echo.
Okay, so let's chant first and then we will start. So, Prabhu, can we get the chanting beads? आप में से किसके पास chanting beads नहीं है? Please raise your hands. That's okay. Get this one. आप लोग these chanting beads are yours, so you can take it home and chant with these chanting beads and bring it every Friday. है ना? So this is not for this class. This is for you guys. So whoever doesn't have chanting beads at home, please take it. Let's start. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Kids, all the kids, please come here. Can you get all the kids to come here and chant? Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Get Suhan in everyone. Ram Hare 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 Krishna. Tell them that I asked them to come.
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. Ask Puja Mataji.
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगं रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगं ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता श्रीराधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे विंध्यावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् हरे कृष्णा प्लीज थोड़ा आगे आ जाइए come closer so that people can sit at the back as well. Thank you better. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for coming on a Friday evening. You have a lot of other stuff that you can do, but you're here, so I'm very grateful. आप लोगों के कारण we can do this seva na, so I'm very grateful. We are all on behalf of the whole facilitating team. I want to thank all of you, each one of you. You are incredible people, and because of you we can do this service seva, and we can do this as a purification for ourselves. So in no matter or in no the way we are sitting here, that doesn't mean I actually am superior to any of you. Actually, what happens is that I was sitting the way you're sitting in 2014, 2015. I did the same course that I'm doing right now, giving class on. So between that time and today, I've done some studies and stuff, and I'm repeating that's whatever I've learned. But that doesn't mean that I'm superior or anything like that. So that's why, that's why what I want in this class to do is ask a lot of questions, in the sense that because when we ask questions, we get more purified. The reason I'm sitting here is because I've read all of these things. I'm trying to apply. I'm not 100% in application of whatever I'm teaching. But through this seva, my aim is to become worthy of what you guys think that I am right now. Some of you guys, other day somebody was calling me Guruji and stuff. No shape or form, because Guru is a very high post. Guru is actually sent by Lord for us. Like he is Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale. Krishna has sent them. So hum log kaise aaye? We came here because of our karma, our past karma, and we have to get good benefits of our pious activities and bad reactions for our bad activities. But these gurus, they are not here because of their karma. They are here to Krishna Prishthaya. Krishna has sent them here to us. So please don't use this term very loosely. The guru, shabd, we think guru means teacher. No, guru doesn't mean teacher. Guru, sikshak means teacher. Guru means someone who can actually deliver you from the cycle of this birth and death. I am as yet not qualified to take you out of this birth and death. But what I can do is I can give you whatever I have learned through these classes, and this is only because of me showing my gratitude towards all those teachers who have taught me all of this. So I really there are a few things I want to say before we start. Is importance of kirtan. Okay, so kirtan is like when we do kirtan is not just a ritual. The difference. There is a difference between spiritual and ritual. When you add spirit to your rituals, it becomes spiritual. But kirtan in itself is actually 100% spiritual, because It is when we do kirtan, when we say Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all the 16 words, all the 16 words, they are actually names of Lord. And Lord's name, and there is no difference between Lord and Lord's name. So like for example, when I say apple, the word apple and actual apple has different meanings. There is a difference. I cannot taste an apple by just repeating apple, because apple is a material entity. And I am a material entity. I mean, no, I'm not. I mean, my body, my tongue, all these things is material. But when I chant the name of Lord, it is spiritual. And because in the next class we'll do Who Am I, which will actually tell us who we are actually spiritual. So when we, as a spiritual being, when we say spiritual words, there is no difference between the word and the personality behind that word. That is the difference between material and spiritual. So please, I really highly recommend coming to attending Kirtan from 6:45 onwards, is because when you hear the Kirtan, we are actually preparing our consciousness to receive this message which I am doing. For example, if you know, आप लोग, you know, when you drink tea, चाय की छन्नी होती है ना, चाय की छन्नी. So चाय की छन्नी में से when you put the tea leaves उसमें रह जाती हैं और चाय नीचे आ जाती है ना. Now, if you put what do you call it, a butter paper inside the छन्नी, what will happen? You pour the tea, लेकिन वो नीचे नहीं आएगी. क्यों नहीं आएगी? Because you have blocked all the holes are blocked. Similarly with our consciousness, if we don't attend Kirtan, it's like we have this butter paper on our channi. The Harinam, holy name, is pouring from the top, but it's not coming down. So when you chant the holy name, when you attend the Kirtan, what happens? This butter paper melts, dissolves. Now the holes are there. Now when you pour the tea, it will come down. So the message will be received in its original form only if you have this consciousness very prepared. So please try and come and attend Kirtan. Kirtan is actually, whatever I'm saying right now is not even 10% as important as that Kirtan. 90% of our spiritual progress depends on Kirtan. 10% is knowledge. So for example, you know, when जब किसान खेत जोतता है, 90% of his effort goes into tilling the soil. और बीज डालने में तो कोई मेहनत थोड़ी लगती है, just फेंकता है ऐसे बीज. They just throw the seeds like this. Rest of the process is not important, not as effort taking as tilling. You know? So when we attend the Kirtan, it's like tilling the soil. So if you don't attend this session, what does that mean? You're not tilling the soil, but you're throwing the seed on top of the land which is not tilled. Bilkul sakht mitti hai. It will not fructify. So please attend the Kirtan. That's the first thing. And second, from next class onwards, when we start discussing who am I, so आपने देखा है कि हम लोग, how long we've been doing this session, bro? Since April. You know how many people were there in April? How many people started? Around 80 adults. And right now we have not even 40. And this number will keep on decreasing. Only the people who are serious and only the people who actually get any value out of it, they will stay. Now, my effort, what I can give you is only 10%. 90% is yours. So where does that come from? You come from your own consciousness. So I'm telling you, and you can literally, after हमारी class हो जाए, आप देखना, you see each other faces. You may or may not see these faces in next 5-6 weeks. Because we're going to go deeper into bhakti. जब हम deep जाएंगे, तो क्या होगा? There are a lot of confrontation that will happen. A lot of things that I will tell that you would not probably agree, you know. So, and I will try and convince, I will try and give you reasoning behind it, and if it doesn't make sense, a lot of people will drop off, guaranteed. And हम लोगों ने, when we did the last Bhakti Vriksha, we started with same 100 people. By the time we finished the Bhakti Vriksha, हमें 30 people. From 100 to 70 people left. Not because, of any other reason, because in order for you to sustain this spirituality, you need to put your effort as well. And one of the first effort that you can put is, please come for Kirtan. Please don't think that first 15-20 minutes they are doing Kirtan, then doing chanting. Everything is designed in a very scientific method. There is a method behind all this madness. So please, yes beta, now you can say.
So basically, I'm pretty sure I know the method you're talking about.
Sorry?
So the Kirtan purifies and makes you want to do bhakti more.
Yes.
And makes you feel like it makes you get less stressed. So then you can focus and concentrate on your learning more.
Beautiful. Well done. Thank you, beta. I should have let you speak before. I was scared that I'm going to lose my train of thought.
There was another example of that. Like the first thing you said, like you were passing out, I was going to say the big ball.
Yeah.
And the big bottle passes down the water to the small bottle. The small bottle becomes big and they spread.
Wow. Where does he learn all of these things?
It's just the same.
Awesome. That's really good. So big bottles is filling up the small bottles kind of stuff. So the way the knowledge flows is from top to bottom, and that's what he's talking about. But anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, beta. Really appreciate it. So we were supposed to finish our Does God Exist? Second topic last week. But obviously there are a few slides that I want to go through. And I actually had few people called me last week, and they wanted me to go through a little bit go through some of these slides again, because some of them, they either missed the classes or they missed the concept. So today's class, we're not gonna start Who Am I, the next chapter. So today we will do the slides again, and there are last 6 slides that I missed last week. We will do that, and then I will actually, if we have time, we'll do some question answer session, and then I'll do a quiz. Okay, and the quiz will be purely based on these slides, nothing apart from these slides. So if you have pen, paper, phone, whatever it is, make sure that you're paying attention. Yes, beta.
Did you get the medal?
I didn't get the medal. Sorry. So I don't think I don't know whether we should do medals or we should do chocolates. I don't know. You like medals?
Because you didn't just finish the chocolate in one go. As in a medal, you can say.
You can keep it. Very smart.
The thing is, it's plastic.
Yes. So we'll do. I'll bring medals from next week. Okay. I will bring medals. I do have medals.
Where's a piece of plastic?
It's not just plastic. It's actually the gesture behind it that matters, Doesn't matter what it is made out of. So, for example, when you give your mom a card for birthday card, it doesn't necessarily looks like an Archie's gallery card, but your mom still loves it because it's not about how you drew and how you made it. It's about what is the love that you're putting in there. So similarly with this, we'll have some medals next week. Okay, beta? All right. Let's start.
If you wear an actual medal, you'll feel the difference.
If you wear an actual medal, you will feel a difference. For how long?
For a long time.
For a long time. How long?
Like, I don't know, a year.
A year? And what after that? What about after that?
It's just.
So this one will be.
$5,000.
All right.
Like $5,000.
All right. Let's go. Let's start. All right. So reasons why people don't believe in God. So we went through this. There are 3 reasons. One is there is no proof. So guys, you remember we have discussed in detail. There is a proof of God. God definitely exists. If someone says I have not seen him, we have discussed that why they haven't seen him, what we can do to see him. And the last is, we haven't discussed the last one, how can God allow so many sufferings, which we will discuss in our 5th topic. This is the 2nd topic, the 3rd, 4th is different, and the 5th one we will discuss this in detail. So the 4 common reasons for belief in God. The first one is to fulfill desires. Some people want to go, dhanam dehi, putram dehi, we go sukha sampati ghara ave kashti mite tanka. So they go to God to fulfill desires. Some people are really scared. पे विश्वास है नहीं, आई डोंट नो, बट डर लगता है यार कहीं कुछ गलती हो जाए. आई मीन अगर भगवान है तो यार ये लो 2 रुपए का प्रसाद चढ़ा दिया है तो ही विल बी सेटिस्फाइड, यू नो. नहीं है तो कोई डजंट मैटर, 2 रुपए यार है. Second and the third is social pressure. So everybody is going to temple, I should go to temple. 4 friends हैं, चारों टेम्पल जा रहे हैं यार, मैं ही नहीं जा रहा हूँ, कैसा बेवकूफ नजर आता हूँ. I should go to temple. I don't care, you know, दिखना चाहिए टेम्पल में. And the last one is the blind following of the traditional or ritual. Like, you know, what I was doing was, क्योंकि I think I was sharing this with you guys before. My mother used to force us to stand, कि आरती में खड़े हो जाओ, you have to stand in the आरती, you have to do this, you have to do this. And when I used to ask questions, she would not give me right answers, like proper answers. Or she would give me answers, but it didn't make sense to me. So for me, I was doing it. Yeah, I think we need a battery in this one. I should have a battery in here. So, I think, so I was doing the blind following. So these are the four reasons why people actually believe in God. Okay. Now, after that, we discussed what is the proof of existence of Lord. There are 4. Beta, everything is going to be in the quiz. 4 ways to prove God exists. The first is creation. So C, Lord. C for creation needs a creator, laws need a lawmaker, organization needs an organizer, and design needs an intelligent designer. आप लोगों को याद है हम लोगों ने क्या-क्या एग्जांपल ये लिए थे? Creation needs a creator. What was the example? Give me an example. Universe. If there is a mic, somebody has created this mic. So universe, somebody has created it. Then laws need a lawmaker. What is the example we discussed? Signal, traffic signal, somebody has created a traffic signal. And similarly, the laws of the nature, which is obviously a law, has to be created by someone, lawmaker. Then organization need an organizer. What was the example? Huh? Yeah. Like for example, yeah, and like any company, like we discuss, Apple. Apple has a CEO and things like that. And then the last one is design needs an intelligent designer. Like we discussed, giraffe ka example liya tha, what was the size of giraffe's heart? Kitne kilo ka hota hai? Yeah, around 11.5 kilograms. This is how heavy heart of a giraffe is. Why is it so heavy? So its neck is so long. So you need to pump the blood from the heart to the brain. Brain is very small. So he needs blood supply. So it needs a big, massive motor. That motor is 11.5 kilos. And when he bends down, why doesn't the blood overflow in his brain and burst the brain? Why?
Neck tissues absorb it.
Yeah, the neck tissues are designed. जैसे वो झुकता है, सारा का सारा blood neck tissue absorb कर लेते हैं. When he gets up again, it releases the blood. So this is somebody has created that design. It's not out of a blue. Then we discussed 2 challenges of God's existence. पहला होता है कि can you show me God and who created God? So when someone says can you so we discussed in this slide, we discussed that we need to follow a procedure. Somebody says, अगर मैं कहता हूँ ना, we discussed Arna and me did a quick dialogue. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि water, if you attach 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atom, you get water. Somebody says, hey, it's rubbish. So I'll show you. No, I don't want to go with you. Come to the laboratory, I'll show you. No, I don't care. This is all rubbish. And they walk off. That's scientific, yeah? But when we say, hey, if you want to realize who you are, read Bhagavad Gita, I say it's rubbish. It's the same concept, nothing else, It's just, if you don't want to follow a procedure, then you will not know. Simple as that, So, melody khao khud jaan jao. If you want to really know what is the taste of melody, some kids don't know what melody is in here, but what is it?
It's like a
Tune, it's a tune. Yeah, that's correct. There is a toffee we used to eat in India, which is called Melody, and the advertisement used to say, "Melody khao, khud jaan jao." Melody hai chocolatey. Something like that. So, anyway, so we discussed that. Then somebody says, hey, show me God. I can say, show me the, I want to meet the Prime Minister of Australia. I need a qualification. एक छोटी सी कंट्री का छोटा सा प्राइम मिनिस्टर से मिलने के लिए I need a qualification. But someone who is the boss of this whole cosmos, not just cosmos, multiverses, he's the boss of he's creator and maintainer and everything. We just want to meet him like that. मैं बोलूँ कि if you can't show me the Prime Minister of, I was talking to one of my friend. He's a theist. He believes in God, but he's just like, he's that kind of person who just keep challenging. Like maybe he's looking for answers or whatever it is, but he challenges. He goes to me. So I was telling him this. I was sharing this slide with him, and I said, "Hey, you need to become qualified, and you need to follow the process." And then he goes, and I told him, "Hey, if you can show me Prime Minister, if I can't meet the Prime Minister of Australia, then I believe that he doesn't exist." He goes, "That's rubbish. I can show you on internet." Then what do you say? And I said, "I can show you Krishna on my phone if you want." And he goes, "But that's not Krishna. That's the deities. He's a theist, so he didn't say it's a statue. He says it's the deities of Krishna." I said, "Yes, and our scripture says there's no difference between deities and the Lord Himself." And then he goes to me, "I don't believe it." I mean, he does believe it because I don't believe it, he said. And I told him, "Hey, there are a lot of things that you can't see, but you know that it's there because of the impact of it." And that's what we discussed in the next one. So, cause and effect. So I spoke to him about cause and effect. Electricity nahi dikhti hai, but it's there. Yes.
When I went to science, we saw electricity.
You saw electric spark. Electricity, like, do you know that this TV is running with electricity? Yeah. Uske wire mein se, can you see electricity in the wire? No, you can't, yeah? But it's there. Even, okay, it's covering it, but what happens is when the wires are, even if it's a naked wire, you still can't see it.
Yeah. You can feel it if you touch it.
If you touch it, you'll definitely feel it. Please don't do it. No. It's 240 volts at the moment. So it can actually, if you touch a naked wire, like, if you put your finger in the switchboard and stuff, there are like around 80-90% chance that people will die in one current shot. This is how dangerous it is. So please don't do it. Yeah? Yes, beta.
The thing about the spark is that it goes through the wires, right?
Yeah.
The reason people can't see it, if there's a naked spark, if you just cut it, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. You can't see it because it's actually an air. Is there air in this room? Yeah. Yes or no? Yeah. Can you see it? No. But how do you know there is air? How would you feel? How would you feel air? Just tell me. I can't feel air right now.
We can't feel air, but we can gravitational force.
Gravitational force? No, not gravitational force.
What about windy?
When you do this, yeah? You can feel something?
Yeah, I can feel something.
So that is an impact. It's called cause and impact. So we do not see air, but we see the impact of it. That impact tells us there is something, And then we discussed how can we believe in God that He cannot see, because unseen is proven by the seen. The necklace has a thread which is holding this necklace through and through, but we can't see it. But that doesn't mean there is no thread, Then we discussed how can you become qualified? Can you show me God? Only then when I believe you. So we discussed, no, you can actually, how can you can actually get observation before the procedure. You can't get, yeah? So the first qualification, first you become qualified and then you actually ask, And then we discussed who created God, because God is someone who created everything. If somebody has created God, that person is actual God. Does it make sense? Somebody asked, I don't know whether you know, that somebody asked, can your God, because God is all powerful, he can do everything. Somebody asked, can your God create anything? I said, yeah, God is God. He can create everything. So he goes, can He create a stone? Can He create a rock that He can't lift Himself? So imagine, if God cannot create a rock that He cannot lift, then obviously he is not God, because he is unable to do something. Yes? So what is the answer? Guess? Any guesses? Yes.
No.
If he can't create it, then he is not God. Yes.
He created himself.
He,
He created himself.
the rock created itself?
No. God created himself.
Yeah, God created himself.
He says
No. What I'm saying is, how can a God create a rock which he can? Can God create a rock that he himself can't lift?
he can create it, but he can't lift it.
If he can't lift it, that means there is something that God can't do. And if there is anything that someone can't do, then he can't be God. Because God is all powerful. So what is the answer? Yes.
He can create it, but he can lift it, but he doesn't lift it.
Very close, very close. Yes.
I think there is no rock that he can't lift. I mean, he's able
But can he create one? Can he create one that he can't
I
lift?
think God acts on his wish. If he wishes he doesn't want to lift, he will not lift it. If he wishes to lift it, he will lift it.
Very good. Very, very close. Very close. But I need a specific answer. Yes. Yeah.
God can create somebody else who can lift them.
God can create someone else. But if God can't lift it, then God is not God. That's a point. Yes.
He might put Shiv's stone.
Shiva, yeah, Shiv stone, yeah.
But he's his worshipper. So
Yeah.
He wouldn't want to lift it up.
He wouldn't want. No. It's actually creating something that he can't lift it. Yes.
Remember you said how God created himself and that Prabhu Shiva said God can do whatever he
Yes.
wants.
God can do whatever he wants.
Change his ability of strength and then he can make
Brilliant. This is the answer. Brilliant. God can create a rock that he cannot lift, but then he can increase his strength to lift it.
I was thinking of something like
Well done. That's really good. When Srila Prabhupada asked this question, nobody could answer. Nobody. There were sannyasis sitting on the thing. Nobody could answer what you just answered. So well done. That's really good. So, can God create a rock that he cannot lift? Yes, he can create it. But because he is God, he can increase his strength according to his own will. And then he can lift the rock. Now, the reason why I'm discussing this is because these are the things. Yes.
But then I have a question.
Yes.
Then he proved his own creation wrong, because now he created something
That he cannot lift?
No. He actually intended to create something that he cannot lift. But
That's
now
correct.
He's
He's changing his intentions.
his intention.
He can change his intention. Why? He's an independent Lord. We will study this. Lord is independent. He's Swarat. We have independence, है ना? हमारी independence कितनी है? जितना हमारा visa requirement है, उतनी independence, उससे ज़्यादा हमारी नहीं है. But God is independent. So he can create something, but then he can change his intention. Why can't he change it? That's his own independence. He can change it. The reason, actually, this is a made-up thing.
Basically, he is a boss. CEO can change policy.
That is correct. That is correct. The law that is applied to every single person in the whole company may not be applicable to the CEO. Yes, beta.
Here's another example from what I said, just to make it easier for more people to understand.
Okay, please.
So remember when God, the most previous time when God came to earth, he could destroy the earth. But did he? No, he just brought up some demons which were less powerful than he could destroy earth.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, good point. That's really good point. I don't know how he links this. This is very good, beta. Very impressive. So the thing is, the concept, the reason why this example was there to stir these thoughts. Yes, first.
I think I was going to share what we covered in one of the sessions yesterday, that like God said in Mahabharata that I'm not going to lift the
weapon.
And
Yeah.
that was
His intent, yeah?
But Bhishma made him lift it, and he did that only to satisfy
Bhishma.
So he did go back on his own word, which he initially created.
That's correct. That is very good example. He can change what he is doing, what his intentions are, and that's what he did in Mahabharata. And hang on. And the thing is, if you think about it, he was really interested. He's not interested in his own glorification. If he has to change if he has to put himself down to lift his devotee up, he will put himself down. Then in Bhagavad Gita, Kante he pratijanahin na me bhakte apranashyati. Krishna said to Arjun, go and tell everyone that my devotee will never not perish. He could have said, I will tell you, my devotee will not perish. But he said to Arjun, go and say. You know why he said that? He said that because he knew, yaar ye log mujhe Ranachordas kehte hain. They tell me that I break my promises. You know, I told gopis that I'm going to come back within a month. I never went back to Vrindavan. So people will think I'm a liar. So what he's saying to his devotee, he said, you tell me, because if a devotee says it, he will do anything and everything to support that devotee's desire. And that's what he did in terms of Mahabharata in Bhishma Pitama. Yes, beta.
Just another example for like the part where God can do what he wants. Remember, so on a MacBook you have settings. You can set how you want it to satisfy yourself. So the same thing with God. He changes his ability to something else, just like a MacBook.
Yeah,
he
changes his abilities to suit whatever he needed to, prove. So God is someone who has no creator. Now, so this guy that I was talking about, yes.
I think a good relation will be the Hiranyakashipu example.
Yes.
Where he was Vardhan Mila Philvi Apu Marni Sir.
And
then God.
Yes.
An avatar as
Narsimhadev. Beautiful example. So, I said really exceptional because he was thinking, Hiranyakashipu thought that I want to ask. He asked Brahmaji, I don't want to die. Please give me Amaratva. Brahma said, even I have to die. How can I give you something that even I don't have? If I don't have money, how can I give money to someone? So I need to have that money. So he said, I don't have it. Ask someone else. So he thought he's smart. He said, I want a boon that no animal can kill me, no human can kill me. Then he said, nobody can kill me in the night or day. Nobody can kill me inside or outside. Nobody can kill me with any weapons, all these lists, and he thought I've covered everything. Now, Krishna, he doesn't care about any of the rules, He could have just said, I don't care what Brahma told you. I'm the Supreme Lord. You die right now. You're gone. He could have done that. But because Brahma he is a devotee of Lord. And Brahma gave this boon. Yes, this is how. Nobody will be able to kill you this way. So Krishna came in a Narasimha avatar not just to kill the Hiranyakashipu, but to satisfy the boon given by his own devotee. So this is another example, beautiful example, because what he can do, he said, okay, I am only killing him this way because one of my devotees said, this other way, any other way, you can't be killed. So I'm going to kill him this way. So brilliant example. So God cannot be created. And then this guy that I was talking about, he said he couldn't understand it, but because he's an engineer, I spoke to him about this. And I said, hey, energy cannot be created or destroyed. You know that law of conservation of energy. Now, if there is a law of conservation of energy, you believe that? He said, yes. I said, God is that energy, the original energy. So he said, I said, can you tell me what is the original energy? He goes, I can't tell you what the original energy is. I said, whatever you think is original energy, that is Lord. Because it cannot be created or destroyed. Energy can only be transformed, So, and then we discussed misconceptions and definition about God. There are 6 misconceptions. One is God is only light. So if you go and speak to Brahma Kumaris, they will only say God is only light. They will not come and look at the deities and stuff. If you talk to different Shaivism and stuff, maybe if you speak to someone, like I've done Art of Living courses and stuff, if you speak to Shri Ravi Shankarji, Guruji, you ask him, what is God? He will tell God is just energy, and that is actually a miss. It's not wrong that God is, because if I say God cannot be light, that means I'm reducing God to something that he cannot be. God is God, he can be anything. So if someone is saying God is light, yeah, God is light. But that's not we will study this in Who is God, which is the fourth topic we will discuss. So God is only light, God is only nature. Some people say there is no God, no energy, nothing, no light, only nature. Nature is God. Some people say God is dead. Some people say, I am God, you're God, he's God, she's God, everyone's God. These are all misconceptions. Someone says God is rituals. Someone says world is an illusion, God is imagination. This is, I've got my wife's best friend. She was discussing with me a couple of years ago, and she told me, do you know, she's a very, she's into psychology and stuff. So she's very, she's done a lot of different, she's got a lot of accolades in terms of human psychology. So मुझे बोलती है कि Bridge, this is, concept of God is an exceptional concept. मैंने कहा इसको क्या हो गया आज She's saying exceptional concept. She goes, I see so many clients, nothing works with them. But as soon as I touch this side of their life, which is spiritual, say, hey, there is something there that can help you. Suddenly all their problems are solved. So कहती है, this God is such an amazing placebo effect. And she called God, you know what placebo effect is? Yeah. Who doesn't know what placebo effect is? You don't know? Okay. Placebo effect is, for example, if you have a headache, and if you say, I've got a headache, and if I have a medicine which is like normal mint, and I say, hey, have this, your headache will go away. If you really believe that medicine, that mint is actually pain relief, you will eat it and your pain will go away. It's called placebo effect. That means I'm tricking your brain. It's actually false. So she called God as placebo effect. Imagine I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my Lord. So I asked her, how much time do you have? She goes, no, I've got a lot of time. So I actually went through with her a lot of those things that we discussed today. And at the end of the day, she did not accept it, but you could tell that she was in a very deep thought. And I said, she goes, I'm not going to say that I believe in it, but I definitely have you've given me something to think about. God is not a placebo effect. God is not something that, I have imagined, okay, you know what? In, what movie was it? All is Well. 3 Idiots. All is well, all is well. It is not, it's actually, have you tried that All is Well? Have you ever tried it? Actually really works, The reason why it works is because what you're doing is, most of the times you are miserable because of our train of thoughts. So कहते हैं कि problems in life are inevitable, but the misery associated with that life is completely optional. You can choose to be miserable or you can choose not to be miserable. It's such a high thing to say, but it's actually true. Most of the issues are in our brain. So if you can tell your brain, look, all is well, all is well, all is well, and part of your brain, prefrontal cortex, which actually is responsible for a lot of our emotional linking, and will actually try and change it. And it is true. And so God is actually not imagination. It actually is real. Now, if someone thinks God is not real, that person has to go through a lot of, he needs to have an amazing faith as an atheist not to believe in God. Because it's easier to believe in God with the things that I've given. Itni sari classes ke baad bhi agar koi bolta hai God does not exist, what does that mean? That means the part of their brain that is trying to reason, they have blocked it. Because if I am wearing, agar mere glasses, mere jo shades hain, iska shade pink hota, no matter what color you put on, I will only see pink shade of it. Hai na? Similarly, those people, the only requirement to understand the Lord is to get out of your judgments, which is this, get out of your judgments and look at things very rationally and you'll get it. And the second is universal definition of God, which is we discussed. It's his supreme CEO, supreme controller, supreme enjoyer, and supreme owner. You know, he is a source as well. So, and we discussed this in detail. What is the meaning of Bhagwan? You remember? Just say it. No. Bhagwan. Word ka matlab. Van means, what is Van? Possessor. Possessor, yeah. And Bhag means opulences, you know. And what are the 6 opulences? Again. Knowledge. Wealth. Fame. Beauty. Renunciation, and one more. How many we have?
Knowledge.
6.
We missed one. Which one?
Spirituality.
Huh?
Spirituality.
No. Knowledge.
Strength.
Strength here. Strength, knowledge, fame, beauty, wealth, and renunciation. Now, how to seek perfect knowledge of God? There are 2 things we discussed, 3 things actually. Scientific observation, speculation theories, and superior authority. इसके संस्कृत के words कौन-कौन से थे? प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण, अनुमान प्रमाण, and शब्द प्रमाण. And we discussed प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण क्या होता है? सेंसेस से, हमारी सेंसेस से जो हम लोग देखते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण. व्हाट इज अनुमान प्रमाण? गेस वर्क, तुक्का, है ना. एंड द थर्ड इज शब्द प्रमाण, विच इज कॉल्ड अथॉरिटी. सो फर्स्ट 2 चीजों की हमारी लिमिटेशन देखेंगे. सो देयर आर 4 लिमिटेशन ऑफ साइंटिफिक ऑब्जर्वेशन विच इज प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण. कौन सी 4 है? वी हैव इम्परफेक्ट सेंसेस, वो हम लोगों ने उसके देखा था क्या होता है. बिकॉज हमारी इम्परफेक्ट सेंसेस हैं, that means that's why we get into illusion. And because we are in illusion, we commit mistake. But because of ego, we think we don't want to accept that we made mistakes. So what we do is we do cheating. We have a cheating propensity. So हम लोगों ने देखा था imperfect senses के बारे में. Then we saw that video as well. And then we looked at this आंखों का धोखा जिसको कहते हैं ना, illusion. फिर हम लोगों ने देखा था कि our ears are not, we can only hear which is 20 to 20,000 hertz frequency. फिर हम लोगों ने देखा था like smelling, we can't smell everything. And then we discussed tongue. If you, अगर आप if you शुगर खाने के बाद अगर आप मीठा कुछ चाय पीते हो, इट फीकी लगती है वो, बिकॉज दैट इज अनदर इल्यूजन, है ना. सो आवर स्किन में भी हमने देखा था, इफ यू आर रियली रियली हॉट, अगर आप बाहर से आ रहे हो एंड इफ यू आर स्वेटिंग, यू कम इनसाइड एंड यू फील स्टिल हॉट. जो अंदर बैठा है वो रजाई में बैठा है और बाहर से आप आए हो एंड यू आर रियली कोल्ड. सेम टेम्परेचर फॉर यू एंड फॉर देम. सो आवर स्किन इज अनदर थिंग. टच सेंसेशन है, ये भी अपना फॉल्टी है ना. So, अगर हमारी senses imperfect हैं, we discussed, can scientific instrument complete our imperfect senses? That means मेरी आंखों में problem है, ठीक है? That's why I'm wearing glasses. Does it mean that I can, this glasses has resolved my issues? No, because I still have that illusions जो or visual illusions होते हैं. So, scientific instruments cannot compete. फिर उसके बाद हमने देखा था there are limitation of scientific observation. So, प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण के 4 हमने देख लिए थे. अब दूसरा क्या है? इल्यूजन है. इल्यूजन हमने देखा था, ठीक है. We see these optical illusions. We saw this. We discussed about how a female cockroach finds a male cockroach attractive, but we don't find male cockroach attractive. So because it's still an illusion, and because we are in illusion, we commit mistake. And we discussed Hubble. We spoke about Hubble's constant. It's no longer a Hubble's constant. It's a Hubble variable now because it's been proven wrong so many times. And then we discussed another example, which is because we have committed mistake, we want to cover it. Like Darwin theory ko cover karne ke liye we discussed na. There was the guy actually contradictory evidence usne produce kara tha. What was the thing called? Anybody remember? Missing link, that's correct. That's thing called missing link. There was a missing link in Darwin's theory. This guy, उसने एक छोटे बच्चे का स्कल लिया, उसको ग्राफ्ट कर दिया और उसको वैसे ही बना दिया होमोसेपियंस जैसा, जो मिसिंग लिंक था. 40 years तक it was in a exhibition में लगा रखा था उन्होंने, and then after 40 years they realized, oh my goodness, there was somebody made it up. It was called Piltdown Man. It's called Piltdown Man hoax. And why this person did it? Because he just wanted to prove Darwin's theory, and he wanted to be, and he's, for the history of mankind, his name is there. In a bad way, but still there. Some people say there is no Badnami mein bhi naam hai, na? Because if you are really notorious, even that means you're at least famous. And there are 4 limitations of 3 defects of Anuman Praman. We discussed one thing. So first one was guesswork. हम लोगों ने कौन सा वो लिया था? There was this postman, वो किसी के घर में जाता है, अंदर से आवाज आ रही होती है, गला काटना है कि हाथ काटना है, पहले क्या काटूं? बोले नहीं, मेरे को गला काटना है. दूसरा नहीं, हाथ काट लेते हैं पहले, इट विल बी बेटर. फिर वो पुलिस को बुला लेता है. Then they found out he was a darji inside. He was trying to cut the neck of a cloth. So that's a guesswork. Then we discussed diagnosis error. उसमें क्या था? एक चप्पल टूट गई थी बंदे की, ना, किसी की चप्पल टूट गई, वो लंगड़ा के चल रहा था. Some people will say इसको ये हो गया, arthritis है, ये है, वो है, but it was just broken slippers. Then the third one is partial truth. इसका कौन सा example देखा था आपने? Elephant. Blind people touching elephant's different part and what they, so that's a partial truth. So how do we? So now there are, so first 2 proofs, उसमें problems है. तो अब हम लोग को सुपीरियर अथॉरिटी कैसे हमारा काम करती है? सुपीरियर अथॉरिटी हम लोगों ने देखा था कि अगर हम लोग शब्द प्रमाण, यहाँ पर आई गॉट, कहाँ है मोहित प्रभु? कहाँ है आज? नहीं आए. अच्छा है, आज नहीं आएंगे. अच्छा, मेरे को लगा मैंने उनको यहाँ बिठा दिया था इसलिए नहीं आया आज. I got him sit here and it was a शब्द प्रमाण. So if you want to know about something, you ask them directly. So once we actually accept superior authority, we have a starting point, and it actually saves us lot of energy, And then we discussed, can a spiritual authority have defects? तो हमने बोला था हमारे जो शास्त्र है ना, they are not material. जैसे कई बार क्या होता है कि Dalton's theory is a material science. उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. डाल्टन के बाद रदरफोर्ड आ गया, फिर देन बोहर आ गया. All of these people have changed these scientific theories because they are all material science. Spiritual science में क्या होता है? You cannot change it. It is as it is millions and millions of years later, है ना? So हमारे शास्त्र में इनको बोला गया है अपौरुषेय. पुरुष का मतलब होता है living entity. अपौरुषेय का मतलब होता है something which is not living. It is beyond living. It's divine, है ना? So हमारे जो वेद हैं, हमारे जो स्क्रिप्चर्स हैं, they are called अपौरुषेय, है ना? अब इंसानों के साथ क्या प्रॉब्लम है? वो जो 4 हमारी सेंसेस में प्रॉब्लम थी ना, what was the 4 problems we have? No, what are the 4? No, sorry, you're right. Sorry, 4 defects. No, you're right. The problems are death. But what is the 4 defects that we have? Imperfect senses, illusion, commit mistakes, cheating. ठीक है? लेकिन ये 4 चीजें because हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स अपौरुषेय है, इसमें नहीं होते हैं 4 चीजें. There is no problems with all of those 4 defects. It's not there, है ना? So now ठीक है, हमें समझ में आ गया. ठीक है, हमारे शास्त्र हैं वो प्योर हैं, लेकिन हमारी सेंसेस तो अभी भी इम्प्योर हैं. हाउ डू वी एक्सेप्ट दैट? तो उसका क्या एग्जांपल लिया था? एनीबॉडी रिमेंबर? हाउ हमारी तो सेंसेस तो इम्परफेक्ट, अभी हमने प्रूव कर दिया, बट हम लोग ये शास्त्र पढ़ रहे हैं, ये भी तो हम अपनी सेंसेस से ही ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं. सो उसमें भी तो प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. वो वाज द थिंग दैट वी डिस्कस.
Bhakti will purify it.
Yes, how? That's good. But how? उसका एग्जांपल क्या लिया था हमने? Like what?
Chanting, kirtan.
हाँ? No. But एग्जांपल क्या लिया था हम लोगों ने? एक मटेरियल एग्जांपल लिया था. Iron, when you put iron in fire for a long time, so the property of iron becomes property of fire. That rod, it becomes red hot. It becomes like fire. You can touch anything, it will light it up. So similarly, because iron इसी तरीके से हमारी जो senses है, when it gets into touch with the scriptures, which is superior spiritual authority, what happens is our senses get purified. And through those purified senses, we can actually perfect our material senses and get the spiritual knowledge. फिर क्वेश्चन क्या था हमारा, दूसरा क्वेश्चन क्या था, कैन आई डायरेक्टली अप्रोच गॉड फॉर स्पिरिचुअल नॉलेज? कई लोग बोलते हैं ना कि मेरे को आई वांट टू गो डायरेक्टली टू गॉड, है ना, नो प्रॉब्लम, है ना. एक्चुअली if somebody, we will discuss today as well, but for example, somebody is worshipping Krishna and somebody is worshipping Lord Jesus Christ, you know, there are two different paths. What do you think? Who do you think is doing the right thing?
Both.
Huh? Both. But why? Why both are doing the right thing? What is the proof that both are doing the right thing? How do we know?
Because there's only one God.
Yeah, that's good. But how do I know that someone who is like my wife, she's a Christian, yeah? My wife is following Christianity. I'm following, you know, Krishna consciousness. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a very valid point. But I'm looking for something. How do I know that both of us are doing the right thing? Yes.
When ultimate goal is the same.
Yes, exactly right. When I am getting to the same destination in the sense, if I am becoming a better human being every single day, then I'm on the right path. Now, when I say better human being, doesn't mean that I'm just, you know, be loving and goody and all those sort of things. I'm talking about better human beings in terms of everything. In terms of how I relate with my wife, my friends, my peers and everyone. I'm becoming a better human being. But better human being, banna, is not the purpose of spirituality. Does it make sense? It's a side, it's byproduct. It's just it comes with it. Huh? It comes with it, that's it. It comes with it. Lekin agar nahi aa rahi hai wo, what does that mean? Doesn't matter whether I am a Krishna conscious or whatever. If I'm not becoming a better, if you can't see a transformation in me as I'm becoming a better person, then you will say, what's the point? I can say whatever. A lot of people are there who talk lot of stuff, rubbish stuff, but they claim to be a very senior authority in spirituality. Doesn't make any. Hota kya hai ki now, if you think about it, the purpose of these classes is not information. All of this is, if you Google, nothing that I've given you is not available on Google. It is available. Purpose of this is to make sure that there is a transformation, not just information. If you're getting transformed, that means something is landing properly. And if you want to get transformed, you attend Kirtan first. Yes?
When you say transformation, so transformation, as we discussed, there are a lot of different parts. For example, you've attended Art of Living.
Yes.
A lot of people attend that. And just because we have, figured out that they are not probably covering everything.
Yeah.
सारे aspect नहीं cover कर रहे हैं, but transformation
उसमें भी है. हाँ, ठीक है ना. That's what I'm saying. The path is no problem. Somebody who is just doing Art of Living, if you meet them, how many of you met people who has done Art of Living? Amazing. Like they are exceptional people, and I've seen some so-called devotees who are like, they're worse than some of my office people who don't believe in God. Does that mean spirituality is bad? No, it has no relevance. For example, it's like I'm walking into a hospital and say, hey, why is everyone so sick in here? It's a hospital, everyone is actually sick, that's why here. Oh, this guy is getting better, I'm not getting better, what's the problem? Oh, because that guy has different diagnoses. You have different. That's why we have a unique diagnosis of ourselves. However, if someone gets into a path, he will eventually be liberated. However, not every path. Like, there's a saying called all road leads to Rome. It's rubbish. This Point Cook Road doesn't lead to Rome. Doesn't matter how fast you drive and how long you drive, It's rubbish. The reason why it's like एक वो है, एक symbol बना रखा है इसको. Symbol is not every path. Like for example, there are a lot of people in India, they're saying, hey, I'll come and I'll give you liberation. They have a different concept of liberation. We have a different concept. We'll talk about that in detail. But can I approach God for spiritual knowledge? Yes, you can. How do I know that I'm approaching authority? If I'm getting the transformation. If I'm not getting transformation, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो path गलत है. There are two things. Path भी गलत हो सकता है, and a lot of people in this Bhakti Vaksha, I'm telling you, not many people will come. By the fifth topic, not many people will remain. People who will remain, people who are really serious about understanding. This is not for us to transform you or get you into Krishna consciousness. No. That has got nothing to do with it. This is only to light that fire of curiosity in you. Saying that, you know what, do not accept anything on the face value. Go deep dive into it, ask questions, and make sure that you are understanding, inside. Not just say anything. Yes, beta.
I got an example, of what you just said.
Yes.
Remember you said deep diving and that stuff? So when you're getting a job, like Elon Musk did, all the rich people, if you want to be rich in spiritual life, then you have to go deep diving in it. You have to deep dive for a job, otherwise you'll end with no money. The same you'll end with no spirituality.
Very good. Brilliant. Thank you, beta. Whatever you want to achieve, you go deep diving into that. Now, we discussed this. How many of you remember this? What is blind faith and reasonable faith? There was an example we discussed. How many of you actually don't remember this example? Raise your hands. Yeah? Okay. So, there was this barber. He was cutting hair of this guy and he goes, hey. So, this guy was saying, thank God or something. He said, do you believe in God? He goes, yes. He said, rubbish. God doesn't exist. Look, God doesn't exist. He said, why? Because there's so many miserable people outside. God doesn't exist. So this guy goes, barber goes, the guy who was getting a haircut, he didn't say anything. He didn't argue with him. He left and he came back straight away. And he goes to the barber, hey, I just found out something. No, there are no barbers in this world. He goes, I'm a barber. He said, no, I don't believe that. I said, how? He said, look, there is a guy outside sitting on the street. He's got big beard and long hair and he looks like he's haven't had any bath and for so many long. That means barber don't exist. He said, no, unless he comes inside this barber shop, how can I? So he said, same thing. If someone is not approaching Lord, you can't say. And then we discuss another thing, which was the university professor. He actually says, God exists. Two people raise their hand. Yes. He said, I don't believe you, because he says, if there is, God is a creator of everything. Yes. And there is evil in the world. Yes. So God has created evil. That means God is evil. So he said, hands proved. And then he goes, have you seen God? No. Have you tasted God? No. Have you, have you smelled God? No. That means God doesn't exist, according to theory. So this other kid, he stands up and he goes, hey, I want to ask you a question. Does what did he say? Darkness exist? He goes, yes, there is darkness. He says, no, darkness does not exist. There is no darkness. Darkness is actually absence of light. You cannot measure darkness. There is a lumens. We measure light in lumens. There is an actual metric to it, but there is no metric to darkness. What is darkness? Is absence of how many lumens. That is darkness. And same with, he says, cold does not exist. Cold is actually absence of heat. What was the absolute zero? Minus 242 degrees, 246 degrees. Minus 246 degrees is absolute zero. That means any molecular, intermolecular जो activity होती है बंद हो जाती है because it's too cold. It's called absolute zero. But that absolute zero is not called cold. It's called there is no heat present. So there is actually no cold. Similarly, there is no misery. Misery is actually absence of superior authority in your life who can guide you, support you in everyday life. That is missing, and that is why the barber said, yes, I agree now, that just because people are not coming to me, that's why they are the way they are. Same with the God. People are not going to God, that's why they are like the way they are. Now we're gonna talk about proof of Vedas. Today we're gonna talk about next 6 slides. Why do we accept Vedas as spiritual authority of God? We'll discuss 3 things. Spiritual authority is a manual, a map and medicine, and then we'll talk about axiomatic truth and predictions. So, for example, everything came with the manual. We bought these speaker microphones and everything. It came with the manual. Similarly, as a human being, we have the manual for us is Vedas, And how do we know that Vedas are real? Let's look at some reason. How do we know something is real? Axiomatic truth. Axiom is a factual statement with real application, even if it cannot be proved rationally or in theory. That's called axiomatic truth. For example, Big Bang Theory said there was a dot and exploded. That's Big Bang Theory. It's an axiomatic truth. You cannot prove it. You cannot prove that there was a dot. And if you can prove there is a dot, you cannot prove where the dot came from. Still nobody knows. So it's called axiomatic truth. But it's there, but it cannot be proven rationally, or it cannot be proven in theory. For example, a point is a circle with 0 radius. Everybody knows circle mein radius hota hai na? Agar us radius ko kam karte jao, when it becomes 0, it becomes a point. But it's like, how can be a radius be 0, How many of you have seen, you guys probably wouldn't have seen imaginary, have you seen imaginary numbers? Iota and stuff? It's square root of -1. Do you know what square roots are?
Yeah, I know it's
What is the square root of 4?
square root of 4,
2, yeah. So what is square root of 1? 1. What is the square root of -1?
-1.
So that means if I do -1 times -1, what should I get? No. So -1 times, yeah. So -1 times -1 is 1. But I'm telling you, -1, square root of -1 is an imaginary number. It does not actually exist. You cannot, because 1 kya hai? I can measure it. 1 beat bag, Ek chidiya, anek chidiya. That's like 1, But -1, and not even -1. -1 is a number, but square root of -1 doesn't exist. But it's an axiomatic truth. Second is, we know A, B, C, D. Yeah? Why B comes after A? We just accept it. How many of you questioned your teacher? I don't believe you. I think B comes before. I don't believe you. I actually don't. Nobody would say that. Teacher say, it comes before B because I am telling you. That is what it's called. It's called Shabda Praman. It's a solid Shabda Praman. You cannot go against it. So that's called axiomatic truth. So similarly, there are so many things in Vedas which cannot be proven. That doesn't mean that you can say Veda is rubbish. We'll talk about more. So for example, cow dung is pure. आप लोगों को पता है जो let's go through this. Cow dung is pure. Now, आपको पता है we know this since time immemorial. In our scriptures, everything about cow dung. Now, in last 80 years, even there are companies in America, they have patented cow dung. They had no idea about cow dung. Now they patented कि ये हम ही बना सकते हैं. Now they are making houses made out of cow dung layer at the front and inside and all those sort of things. It's very, very funky. But it's an axiomatic truth because what is cow dung? It's an excreta of an animal. What is excreta? Excreta is something that body does not need and it's rubbish. We dispose it. We don't want to do anything with it. But cow dung it's completely, agar aap cow dung yahan jala lo, koi machhar nahi aayega. Nothing, If you want, even there are so many dangerous animals, you put some fenugreek in cow dung and you burn it. Even lion and tigers won't come near you. I mean, there are so much science in our scripture that we don't know about. Next is, you know, only like 300 years, 400 years ago, we have confirmed that Earth is round. हमारे geography में the Earth is, geography को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? भूगोल. भू का क्या मतलब होता है? Earth. गोल का क्या मतलब होता है? Round. So in our 5,000 years old scriptures, है ना, उसमें लिखा है भूगोल. We knew that it was गोल. It was गोल. है ना. और ये 3rd century BC में किसी ने बोला था, oh, Earth might be round, and people just made fun of him. लोगों को क्या लगता था, हम लोग ज्यादा दूर नहीं जा सकते शिप में, नहीं तो गिर जाएंगे नीचे जाके. है ना, एक जगह आएगा जहां पर अर्थ खत्म हो जाएगी, we will fall down. आपको पता है, I don't know whether you know, and this is actually truth, and you can Google it, and it is now a lot of textbooks have this story in there. You know, when Vasco da Gama and Columbus, when they left the country, or one person, they wanted to, what are they looking for? India. They both were looking for India. So एक ने बोला, एक काम करता हूँ, मैं इस तरफ जाता हूँ, तू इस तरफ जा, let's see किसको मिलता है. Columbus gave towards America, and he found America, and he called that India, and that's why they called Red Indians. You know, that's not Indians. You know? And then this Vasco da Gama, he came towards African country, Africa, towards Africa, and he was so scared of falling off the cliff, falling off the thing. He wanted to only travel वो जहाँ पर उसको ना African coast दिख रहा होगा, बस वहीं तक. He was just traveling southwards. And he decided, as soon as I can't see it, I'm going to go further. आपको पता है, and this is Vasco da Gama wrote a diary. His diary is still there in the museum, and these excerpts that I'm telling you is from his diary. He said that what happened is he was traveling and he met with this Gujarati bhai. His name was Kanha. He's written the name in there in his diary. He met this guy in Africa because he was resting in there, and he told him that he is looking for India, Bharatvarsh, India. He goes, I'm from India. Said, oh, that means you know how to get from here to India? I said, yeah, that's my trade route. I come and do trade India and African trade. I do. He said, okay. So now when these two boys left, Columbus and Vasco da Gama, their ships were the biggest ship in the world. Inki jo do ships here, they was the biggest. There's no one else has even imagined bigger ship than that. Now Vasco da Gama ki diary kya bolti hai? When he told him, he said, can you take me there? He said, Kana said, yes, I'll take you there. Actually, I can't take you there because I have a lot of work here, but I will send 3 ships with you. They can guide you to India. Usne bola, theek hai. Do you know, in his writing, he's written, Vasco da Gama has written, his ships, Kanha's ships, 3 ships were, each ship was at least 12 times bigger than his ship. How much? 12 times bigger than the biggest ship on the planet, according to them. Unko lagta tha, hamari ship sabse badi hai. And he actually took them to Vasco da Gama, like, you know, the port in India, which is called Vasco da Gama Port. That is actually, should be named Kana Port or something, because it's not Vasco da Gama's, you know, techniques that got him there. It's actually, he was actually escorted by 3 ships, ek left, ek right, ek front, all the way to India from Africa. It is written, nothing is made up, you can Google it. Now, that is called, like हमारे scriptures में 5,000 साल पहले से लिखा हुआ है. So there are so many things. Another thing is, you know, 1901, we found out that plants have life. Do you know who proved it? Anybody knows the name?
Bose.
Jagdish Chandra Bose. Yeah, Jagdish Chandra Bose. He actually said, you know, May 10th, 1901, he actually proved that plants have. हमारे शास्त्रों में हजारों सालों से हम लोग तो तुलसी महारानी को, we actually not just plant, we actually say they have personalities, you know. Then, I don't know about this, but human embryology, I think I've shared with you guys, my sister-in-law in Sydney, she's an obstetrician. She's probably top 5 doctors in the world right now, you know. कोई भी सबसे डिफिकल्ट केसेस पूरे वर्ल्ड के जो सबसे डिफिकल्ट केसेस हैं कहीं नहीं सॉल्व होते हैं, देन शी गेट्स देम. सो मैं उनके साथ बैठा था, आई वाज सिटिंग विद हर. शी स्पेशलाइजेस इन वन ऑफ द टेक्निक्स ऑफ सोनोग्राफी व्हिच ओनली लाइक 2 people in Australia can do, and she is one of them. So I was telling her, I was asking her some things, because मैंने ये पढ़ा था जब this in 3rd canto Srimad Bhagavatam, which is sitting there in those shelves. In 3rd canto, chapter 28 to 33, it talks about human embryology. हमारा सोनोग्राफी कब आया था? 70 years ago. 70 year ago तक हमें नहीं पता था एम्ब्रियो जब बड़ा होता है तो how what's the cycle. लेकिन इस chapter which is written in 5000 years ago, उसमें क्या लिखा है? Exactly फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट मंथ में एम्ब्रियो का क्या बनता है, सेकेंड मंथ में कौन सा लंग्स, हार्ट, ईयर्स, हैंड्स कब डेवलप होते हैं, ये सारा का सारा चैप्टर 28 to 33. whenever you have time you can read it, it's already there. So when you read this you can actually see it's not something that we only came 70 years ago. Yes,
Prabhuji, if that was already there in scripture, it's not that nobody would have read. So why people didn't take reference from there?
Because they didn't know. Na, they did. आपको पता है, right? Even right now, nobody believes in our scriptures. Not because it has not nobody. I shouldn't say nobody. आपको पता है NASA में there are, मैंने last week बताया था, there are 2 jobs specifically for people who understand Sanskrit, because they are actually working on Viman Shastra. They've got Viman Shastra from India. They decide years, and a lot of technology they have developed is from those Viman Shastra, but they cannot get the subtlety of it, because you need to be qualified to be able to decipher those things. So those people are Sanskrit Pandits, but they are not spiritually inclined, spiritually elevated, so they cannot decipher it. So they cannot make the plane like Pushpak Viman, but they can certainly make other planes which can rockets that can go into space with those Viman Shastra. They are still using it. The reason why people never used it is because they think this is rubbish. हमारे शास्त्रों में ऐसी चीजें लिखी हैं which are not compatible with what we see. So ये जो embryology थी ये पहले से ही थी. Nobody believed in it. The only time they started referencing it is when they sonography, and even after that, so many years after that, they linked it. Yes.
I think it's also about because of white man supremacy.
White man supremacy, yeah, that's correct.
Narrative है.
और उसका रीजन क्या है कि इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. एक्चुअली हुआ क्या है कि हम लोगों ने ना, us as ईस्टर्न फिलोसफी जो आ रही है, we have never presented a scientific version of it. You know what we have, हम लोग दूसरों की तरफ कैसे आते हैं, we come across sentimental people. अरे यार इसको मत बोले यार, ये तो भगवान करता रहेगा. Sentimentalism is not spirituality, you know. Spirituality is the combination of sentimentalism plus logic, you know, plus science, you know, and the science is science. So if you read this, you will see it. So this is why scriptures are actually. There's another thing. आपको पता है there's one more thing I wanted to share. हाँ, आपको पता है there is a star which is 15th brightest star in the sky. It's called Antares. You know what is it called? Antares. हमारे और ये कौन सा brightest star है? 15th, not first, not second, not third, not fourth, 15th. लेकिन हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स में उसका नाम पता है क्या है? उसका नाम है ज्येष्ठा. You know why ज्येष्ठ? What is the meaning of ज्येष्ठ? Bigger. आपको पता है how big is Antares? 40,000 times bigger than sun. How much?
40,000.
आप सोचो, पहले तो हमारे पास हबल टेलीस्कोप तो था नहीं. How do we know a 15th brightest star? We named that star as Jyeshtha. That means the biggest star visible to naked eye. And this is in our scriptures. I'm not making it up. You can actually do it. There is. आप लोगों को सप्तऋषि पता है? Yes. What is it called in English?
Constellation.
Name. I mean, what is the name? The Saptarishi is Hindi. Orion? No, not. Oh, that's Orion belt is different. Sorry.
The Big Dipper, is it?
The Big Dipper. Is there Big Dipper? No. What is seven? The 7 stars जो एक स्पून के जैसा भी दिखता है. What is it called? In Hindi में it's called Saptarishi, by the way. No? आपको पता है उसका जो सेकंड स्टार फ्रॉम द टॉप है, हमारे साउथ में अभी भी एक ट्रेडिशन है, when husband and wife they get married, they were taken after the marriage, and they will look at Saptarishi to the second star and pray to it. It's called the Great Bear. Yeah, it's called the Great Bear. है ना? So the Great Bear का जो second ऊपर से नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न से second star है, उसका नाम हमारे हिंदी में है, we call it वशिष्ठ, अरुंधति वशिष्ठ. You know, अरुंधति वशिष्ठ हमें तो एक स्टार दिखता है, but it's actually not one star. It's a 2-star constellation. आपको पता है ये हम लोगों को we only found out in 1823 कि it is not one. No, 1903 में हमें पता चला it's not a 1 star. It's actually 2-star constellation. वो इतने पास में है कि एक ही दिखता है वो. We had no telescopes, but हमारे उसमें उस समय में इसको क्या वो अरुंधति वशिष्ठ. Now the question is why a married couple is taken to see Arundhati Vashisht? Because this is the only constellation visible to naked eye जहां पर दोनों जो stars हैं. So usually constellation में क्या होता है? There is a central star and the other star is rotating around it because one is bigger, one is smaller. So it rotates around the other one, like you know, centripetal and centrifugal force के कारण it will just rotate, है ना? Other star may be moving, but one star is rotating on the, like moon is rotating around Earth, है ना? Similarly, but this is the only constellation जहां पर both stars are rotating around each other. ये constellation ऐसे चल रही है. Only constellation. So हम लोग husband wife को क्या बताया जाता है? Your life should be like this. Your life should not be husband centric or a wife centric. It should be together centric, togetherness, है ना? ये मेरी वाइफ को भी कोई बताना है ना. अभी तो मेरी लाइफ वैसी चल रही है, वाइफ सेंट्रिक, जस्ट टू लेट यू नो. वैसे सब लोगों की वैसी चल रही है, कोई बोलता है कोई नहीं बोलता है, इट्स अ डिफरेंट स्टोरी. बट एक्चुअली क्या है? सो दिस इज कॉल्ड अरुंधति. आप सोचो ये हमारे शास्त्रों में लिखा है 5,000 साल पहले. एंड 5,000 साल तो मैं ऐसे ही बोल रहा हूँ, हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स और भी पुराने हैं बाय द वे. सो आप सोचो दीज आर द प्रूफ्स दैट वी हैव इन वेदास. मैंने आप लोगों को क्या बताया था? हाउ डू आई ट्रस्ट समवन? किसी ने मुझसे बोला मेरे को बर्ग स्ट्रीट जाना है, उसने बोला यहाँ से जाओ, पहले ये आएगा वो आएगा. बाय द टाइम आप गेट द थर्ड थिंग राइट, आई वुड बिलीव इन दैट गाय. Same with scriptures. There are so many things which are completely you know, if you read it, you go crazy कि यार ये ऐसे कैसे हो रहा है. There is a rust proof iron. आपको पता है कौन सा है वो, कहाँ पर है? अपनी दिल्ली में ना, कुतुब मीनार के सामने वो जो खंबा है ना, nobody knows why is rust free. उसके अलावा there is another pillar which is in Kollur in south. आपको पता है वो जो it's not their fault, we are late. So वो जो कोलूर वाला वो खंबा है, it is rust free. आपको पता है किसने बनाया था? हमारे कबीले वालों ने. It's not even done by some scientist or anything. कबीले वालों ने. This is the science they had at that time. So these are so many things that actually tells us that we need to understand that there are so many axiomatic truth. And now एक और axioms क्या है? Material world is temporary and filled with misery. हमारे शास्त्रों में क्या लिखा है? Material world is what? Temporary and what? Filled with misery. लेकिन what are we looking for? Pleasure. We all are. So why are we looking for pleasure? जबकि हमें पता है, like मैं आपको बोलूं कि यार you will never look into राइस के बैग में हाथ डाल के आप चीनी नहीं ढूंढोगे. कभी ढूंढोगे? You will never try and look into rice bag for sugar, but we are looking for happiness in this world. इसका मतलब ये नहीं we shouldn't. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, just remember this. So these are the axiomatic truths. In permanent happiness only in love with the Supreme. Our permanent identity is spiritual. And what happened is हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स में लिखा है लॉर्ड बुद्धा, हमारे जितने भी लॉर्ड बुद्धा है, श्रीमद् भागवतम आप वहां पर कैंटो में निकाल के देख सकते हो. फर्स्ट कैंटो 3rd चैप्टर 24th वर्स में लॉर्ड बुद्धा के बारे में लिखा हुआ है. देन चाणक्य पंडित के बारे में लिखा हुआ है. चैतन्य महाप्रभु के बारे में लिखा हुआ है, चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य के बारे में लिखा हुआ है, जीसस क्राइस्ट, मोहम्मद, एंड और कहाँ पर लिखा हुआ वो भी लिखा हुआ है, भविष्य पुराण में, अथर्ववेद में 20th खंड में और 127 शुक्त में वर्स नंबर 1 to 3 जीसस क्राइस्ट के बारे में लिखा हुआ है। तो हमारे स्क्रिप्चर्स में सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है, एवरीथिंग इज मेंशन इन आवर स्क्रिप्चर्स। और वो क्यों जीसस क्राइस्ट भी थे, मोहम्मद भी थे, एंड देन व्हाई बुद्धा डिड व्हाटएवर दे डिड, वी विल टॉक अबाउट इन आवर नॉट नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, द चैप्टर आफ्टर. So we will start next week. We will start with who am I? And I'm telling you, if you attend next 4 sessions or 3 sessions, your life will be transformed. I can guarantee you that. You know. Otherwise, paise wapas. All right. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any comments? If you have questions, talk to me afterwards. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you.